Hello guys, welcome to part 4 of the equations in trigonometry with Professor V. So this is literally the last batch of problems that's in the end of the chapter 1 for expressions anyway. There's a lot more problems to explore as far as equations go, rational numbers, all that good stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into it like usual. So we're still going to use the order of operations. So this first one, we have the quantity 12 divided by 3, and then that's times 3. I don't like this. Sorry, guys. Let me go a little bit lower. I started off too high. All right. So 12 divided by 3 times 3, everything squared. So this quantity. So we have division and multiply in our parentheses, right? That goes before the exponent. We divide before we multiply. Yes, multiplication's first, but we go left to right because that's all there is in here, okay? So 12 divided by 3 will be 4. 4 times 3 squared. So that ends up being 12 squared. And 12 squared is 12 times 12, so that's just 144. All right? So the next one we have on 23 is 25 dividing 5 squared minus 7. Okay. So we have quite a bit going on, right? But the exponents before the division. So we have 25 dividing 25 minus 7. So 25 divided by 25 is going to be 1. 1 minus 7 is negative 6. So that's how we would go about doing 23. Next on 24 we have the quantity 15 minus 7 times the quantity 3 minus 7. Okay, so we can do these parentheses in harmony, right? There's 2 parentheses in a time, so we might as well get them out of the way right away. So 15 minus 7 is going to be what, 8? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yep. 8 times, 3 minus 7, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So times negative 4. So here we get a positive times a negative, so the answer will be negative 8, 16, 24, 32. Negative 32 is what we get for problem 24. All right. So on to problem 25. We have 2 times 4 minus 9 times negative 1. Okay, so we can do our multiplications at the same time, right? We have multiply and multiply, and then a subtraction. So 2 times 4 is going to be 8 minus negative 1. Now, if you're minusing a negative, you're adding a positive, right? You could keep change this into 8 plus 1, which will just be 9. So subtracting a negative is adding a positive. All right. So that's how we go about 25. Of course, I guess there is this little trick, right, where you could just write it as a plus right away. We could look at this as negative 9 times negative 1, right, making it positive 1. So it's another way to view it, right? We could look at it as negative 1 times 1, negative 1. So this could have been oh, whoa, 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 I just made a mistake. Sorry about that, guys. Did I just say 9 times negative 1? Oops. So 9 times negative 1 is negative 9. So sorry about that, guys. I make mistakes here and there, what can I say? But I caught myself on that. So I would hope somebody would have commented down below and corrected me, right? We all make mistakes with numbers, guys, but don't lose your confidence, okay? I do it sometimes too, you know. I am far from perfect. But anyways, we could have said this is negative 9 plus negative 1, so that could have just been looked at as 8 plus 9, right? So different ways we could go about this. We'll explore more as we move forward, but for now, we'll minus the negative 9, so that's like adding 9. So our true answer is actually 17. So be careful. Don't make the same mistakes as I do. Be better off than me, okay? All right. So next we have 4 squared minus 25 times 1/5. Ooh, this one's fun. All right. So there's a few ways we could go about this, right? First, we got to do the exponent. So 16 minus 25 times 1/5. So if you forget how to do your fractions, right? This is the whole number times the fraction. Every whole number is considered rational in the sense that you could add a 1 under it. It doesn't change it, right? Because 1 and 1 into 25 is 25. So now we just go straight across, right? Some of you guys might see that you could just factor out the 5s right away, and that's great. You know, that's probably the way to go about it. But anyway, so we'll do it this way. So 16 minus 25 times 1, 25. And then 1 times 5 over 5. And I'm going to do it this way just because this is division, right? This is 25 dividing by 5. So that's going to be 5. So minus 5. So what this does look like is 5 into 25, okay? So you guys got to remember a fraction is division, right? So this 5 isn't coming out of nowhere. It's coming from right there. Okay, and then 16 minus 5 is 11. So that's how we would go about 26. Now the quickest way to do that, right, would have been 5, a factor of 5, right? So we divide by 5, 1. We divide by 5, 5. That would have been 5 times 1, 5. 16 minus 5, 11. So this is doable in your head if you just, if you can see your factors of 5. But anyway, so our last one that we'll have, and we're running up a good little clock on this one, especially because of my mistake. So we have 12 times the quantity, 3 minus 1, divided by 6. Alright, so now we do the parentheses first, right? So we have a times, a divide, and a parentheses. So we do 12 times 2, right? 3 minus 1 is 2, divided by 6. So now we do the times before we do the division, left to right. So 12 times 2, 24, divided by 6. So that'll be 4, right? And that's how we would have went about problem 27. So I hope you guys liked the video. You know, I really love it when I make a mistake. You know, it's confusing to students sometimes, but you know, if you can see the master make the mistake, then you understand that, you know, we're we're not impervious, right? We make mistakes. We won't make mistakes with the methods, you know. We will make mistake with arithmetic, you know. Sometimes our brain just does silly stuff, right? But you know, I hope this brought value to you guys. Give me a like and subscribe, you know, so that way you're caught up on the playlist. And comment down below if anything was confusing. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. You guys have a great day.